Yeah, I could literally talk about the content of this video for like 100 years. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Arsenic and Espresso, a podcast where we rarely drink coffee, but we always talk about metal music. I am your host, Alice Arsenic. This is my co-host, Josh. And tonight we will be reacting to the Finnish symphonic metal band Nightwish.
Right.
Have you ever listened to them?
I have not yet.
Okay. So I know that I have listened to Nightwish. I don't know any of their music well enough to be able to identify it or name the song. I know I have listened to them before.
Yeah.
In the last like probably 5 years I've listened to them, maybe.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
So tonight we are reacting to the song Noise. We did choose an official music video rather than one of the live performances, only because I personally don't really enjoy watching live performances. I feel like I can't hear it like as well as I would hope to. I feel like a lot gets lost watching a recording of a live performance. It's just personal opinion. I know a lot of you guys have asked for us to react to live concerts, and I get the appeal behind it, but I
think that's all right. Well, so yeah, we chose to react to the latest video that they put out. And of course, if there's something else that definitely needs to be seen, let us know in the comments below. But with all that out of the way, go ahead and react to this one, right?
Yes.
All right, I like where this is going already, music video wise and sound wise. I'm digging their sound. I definitely haven't heard them before.
I like the really stark contrast between this like ancient clothing compared to like everyone's holding their phones and tablets, and the fact that the baby at the beginning was like put in that little like TV
like
unit thing,
Matrix
like
looking. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, it's like classical scenery. Yeah.
For flack and misery, please some pixels. Shoot yourself, post for the dead. Have a near life experience in a hard air matrix. Now you're a star, fame avatar, feeding the beast in your loud ego land. You have become tool of a tool, digital fools telling you to shut up and
you know, it's obviously like a commentary on today's society being so attached to our phones, right? And seeing everyone in clothing from thousands of years ago, you're like, oh, that looks ridiculous,
right?
Like obviously they look ridiculous having phones, blah blah blah, but like so do we,
right? Yeah,
like we look just as ridiculous sitting like this,
right,
all the time.
Yeah,
we're just used to it. Very interesting. The performative activism right there. I don't know if you noticed, but he was holding like recycle signs
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
anti-pollution signs, and he's all dressed in like his like I love the earth
Right.
clothes. But it's purely performative. It is purely for the photo op,
Yeah.
purely for
Calling out
Instagram.
the I mean the like the influencers, right?
Mhm.
And all of that. I mean even bands nowadays, right? Posting, I mean, and it's all because their label is telling them, hey, you need to have a good PR move. You need to
Yes.
do this.
Yes, it is all for good
take a
press.
picture with the whales, whatever it is,
Mhm.
right? Get your name out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like it.
Please love me, see how I bleed. Please endure. I have such empathy in me. Harmless, harm, beautifully numb. Deep in the quiet air to have a meaning. Fire carry on, sad hologram, lost in the maze. The real and human feel. The sunset is free from this deity. The earth has a real voice. Go out and get in.
I love hearing that orchestra on the back, though.
Color a yarn and the crowds will gather. Lights from a sunless world. Your mirror is black, only a copy stares back at a slave of brave new world. Lights to record the human voice. When it's zombie and paranoia, come us
I know the video is super distracting, but I really like that high pitch
Mhm.
that she just hit, that high note. Yeah,
Yes.
that was dope. Nice guitar bap. Just took a turn.
Beyond the human horizon, something terrifying sleeps.
That was cool effect.
From the sunless world, your mirror is black, only a couple stares back at a slave of brave new world. Lies to record the human voice, bringing zombie and paranoia, careless lies. Careless lies.
He's turning old now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that just sent chills down my body.
Man.
Oh, I'm so uncomfortable. The fact that it started with the baby,
Mhm.
honestly, seeing the age progression made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then there at the end, it clearly being an elderly person strapped to the table now, like he
Right.
aged,
Yeah.
and then infants strapped to the
Well, and
surrounding
then it
tables.
panned out to like crazy cool scenery, right?
Yes.
Beautiful scenery of nature,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, of the real world.
And yeah, and that is a powerful message.
Mm-hmm.
That is so powerful. We talk about this all the time, just in our day-to-day lives of like how easy it is to just get sucked into Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all
Mm-hmm.
of that, and forget how incredible just real life experiences are, and
Yes.
hanging out with people and talking, and
Yes. And being present.
yeah.
Yeah.
And how many times, how many days have passed by where we're just kind of plugged into our electronics, plugged into social media,
Mm-hmm.
not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a powerful message.
It is. And
Um,
like I said, like initially it looks ridiculous seeing these people, like I said, in clothes from thousands of years ago holding these like phones and tablets, and
right,
it looks so ridiculous, but so do we.
right,
We look no less ridiculous. We've just become completely
yeah,
accustomed to it. Um I mean, it was a very straightforward commentary on today's society and what we have
yeah,
normalized
yeah,
for ourselves and our children. I mean, I feel like people always make fun of Gen Z, but they're the first generation to have literally been born into technology.
right,
Um, Technology developed after after all of us.
right.
We
Well,
had life before technology, and Gen Z has never known life without it.
right, they were born with a tablet in their hand, basically. Yeah,
Yeah, like it. They will have never experienced a world where the technology didn't exist.
no, not at all. And I think even more though, because there's one thing to kind of keep up with the times, right? Technology has progressed, right? We're not supposed to just
Hmm.
ignore what is going on and
Hmm.
ignore technology, right? Um, you live in the times that you're in, and you
Hmm.
enjoy the benefits of the technological advances, right?
Hmm.
But I think another thing that's speaking to is what's being force fed to you,
Hmm.
right?
The social media aspect of
Yeah.
the technology.
The advertising,
Hmm.
the pushing it down your throat. This is what you need. This is what you want. This is
Hmm.
all that sort of stuff. And yeah, really, it brings up a good question, right? Question, what are you doing right now? Are you doing it because everybody else around you, because, big companies are telling you that's what you should be doing? Or is it just something that
Influencers.
yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Is it something that you're enjoying?
Yeah. Are you doing it because you want to, or because you
Right.
feel pressured by society?
Well, even looking back at, where you used to go on the internet for your entertainment needs too,
Hmm.
right? I mean, there was, I mean, I remember going back to like E-Bombs World. I remember going back,
College humor.
yeah, College Humor, like all these
Hmm.
different individual websites. And now where do you go? You go to YouTube, right, to find
Right.
all this stuff, or you
Right.
go to
You go to Twitter.
Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok, right?
Hmm.
And they've definitely monopolized on it, and because of that, they can control and force feed you a whole lot more of
Hmm.
what they want you to hear and
Hmm.
see. Yeah, this
I
was a
even
dope
remember
video.
before advertising was a big thing on the internet, and
Yeah,
it was a digital library. Okay, so Noise by Nightwish. Crave the machine, revere the screen, zoom in for flack and misery, bleed some pixels, shoot yourself, pose for the dead, have a near life experience in a hot air matrix. Now you're a
bang.
star, vain avatar feeding the beast in your loud ego land. You've become tool of a tool, digital ghouls telling you to shut up and dance. Color a yarn and the crowds will gather. Noise from the sunless world, your mirror is black, only a copy stares back. At a slave of a brave new world, noise, to decoy the human voice, brain insomniac, paranoiac, endless noise. Please love me, see how I bleed, please endure, I have such empathy in me. Hum, noise, hum, beautifully numb, tapping the quiet air to have a meaning. By a carry-on, sad hologram lost in the maze and the real and human feel. Sunset is free from this deity. The earth has a real voice. Go out and get in. Color a yarn and the crowds will gather. Noise from the sunless world, your mirror is black. Only a copy stares back at a slave of a brave new world. Noise to decoy the human voice, brain insomniac, paranoiac, endless noise. Feast your eyes on the black mirror, feed the beast, join the gathering, tell a tale, feast of fears is drawing nearer. Feast your eyes on the black mirror, feed the beast, join the gathering, tell a tale, feast of fears is drawing nearer. Beyond the human horizon, something terrifying sleeps. Noise from the sunless world, your mirror is black, only a copy stares back at a slave of brave new world. Noise to decoy the human voice, brain insomniac, paranoiac, endless noise, endless noise, endless noise.
That is incredible. I liked that first little bit of lyrics.
Yeah.
It's all full of just really good imagery and just description.
Yeah.
But yeah, zoom in for Flack and Misery, right? I mean, that's all that's on social media right now anyways, is Flack and Misery, right? People calling each other out, people hating on each other, and like the drama, right? There's so much of that. I like this one, shoot yourself, pose for the dead, right?
Have a near life experience. That one gives me chills because I feel like social media has created this veil that makes it look like everyone is doing something spectacular all
Right.
of the time.
Right.
And in turn, the rest of us tend to feel inferior for not doing the same kind of thing. When in reality, that photo was staged. And the story we've created behind the photo doesn't exist.
And it doesn't depict what is actually
going on.
That's also looking at one of the scenes with the mom taking the different pictures and everything. And you notice that she is, I mean, taking several pictures, right? That's what she's doing. And so she's taking time away from her family so that she can post a picture
Of
online of her family, right? And so how much of that time was eaten up? How much of that time should have just been shared?
Yes.
And how much worse was that day just to make the day look good
Yes.
for other people?
Well,
right?
I mean, we've talked about that as parents of young children. There's a difference between documenting something because you don't want to forget the moment and using the excuse of I'm documenting the moment to remove yourself.
Right.
I mean, it is a fluctuating scale, but it's something easy to get trapped into, like you said, of spending so much time documenting it that like you don't even experience whatever it was, and then you ruin the day.
Right.
Because of it.
You didn't actually have the experience. It's almost like the people viewing all of that stuff on social media are having a better time with your own experience than you were able to have. And then once again, then it's just that slave to the machine of plugging back in to social media. How much better is everybody else's life than mine? Whereas your life might be great, but you haven't been able to really look at it because you're so focused on everybody else.
Yes. No, it's a weird dichotomy because I'm super thankful for the internet. It has given us incredible things. It has given us access to information and experiences that a lot of us would never know or feel ever. But it's a catch-22.
Yeah. Well, and even just how accessible the rest of our family is. Our friends and
Yes.
family are,
Yeah.
especially during this time of COVID, right?
Yeah.
It's so nice to be able to just FaceTime with friends and family.
Yes.
Look through Facebook and see, oh, this is what they were doing today.
Yeah.
This is, look at these pictures, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, how easy is it to just get sucked into it and let your life kind of revolve
around like your next post, around your next status. And I feel like, honestly, social media has just fueled things like depression, anxiety, eating disorders, just low self-esteem in general.
Yeah.
And like just a general unhappiness with whatever you are doing with yourself. I mean, I've seen myself fall into that of just being like, I mean, outside of this podcast, I'm very passionate about like the beauty community and the makeup industry.
Right.
And there's also just times where I like literally don't give a shit about what is happening in the makeup industry. And then I will get online and I start to feel bad for whatever reason that I haven't been posting makeup looks or that I haven't been taking photos of my collection and all of these things. And then I'm like, why does that even matter? Why have I allowed that to take up any space in my brain as something important? Right. And so I don't know. It's like you said at the beginning, like, is it something you're doing that brings you joy? Are you doing it for yourself, or are you doing it because you feel obligated because everyone else on social media is doing it? I don't know. I could talk about this topic for like 5 days.
Right. Yeah.
Easily.
It's a huge topic, but I mean, just to go back then to the music itself, right? This is a phenomenal band.
The band.
You know, and thank you guys for anybody who sticks around this long. I mean, this is why we did the podcast, right? This is why we started up our channel, is so that we could just talk about all the different topics, all of the music itself, and like the culture behind it, right? But yeah, the music. I could listen to this band again for sure. I think the topic is something that any influencer or anybody who works in social media whatsoever should probably listen to this song, just to kind of give themselves a nice reminder of like, oh yeah, what are we doing? Music wise, I loved the symphonic metal. Like, I'm really starting to get into that and really appreciate that,
because it's good,
and it gives
so
you
good.
a nice break. I feel like they had a really good balance. They were able to, you know, bring you up really high, and then bring you down. Put in that symphonic break.
Well, that breakdown with the oil slick bathtub scene, like that breakdown was so good. I loved the progression of this song. I loved the lead up to that breakdown, where it was really orchestral. It had those like really faint voices in the background, and then like almost silent. I love when bands do that. That is one of my favorite ways to lead into a breakdown.
That was dope. And then the high note that she hit, I thought that was great. I wasn't sure. I mean, every time I listen to a new metal band, right, I wonder, you know, are they gonna go completely clean on these vocals? You know, where are they gonna be grungy? What is it gonna be? And it was cool. I mean, they're not a super grungy sound.
Right.
It's definitely a lot cleaner. But that high note definitely hit. I guess did for me what a lot of the more unclean or dirty vocals do for me. So
yeah, I could literally talk about the content of this video for like 100 years.
For real.
So, as per usual, I'm just going to stop talking now. And thank you. Like you said, if you stuck around this long, thank you so much. I know we ramble. And if you did stick around this long, leave a thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed and you stuck around this long, you should subscribe, because you're very patient and we put out lots of stuff like this all the time. Hope you enjoyed this video. We liked it a lot. And you can, speaking of social media, you can check out our other social medias.
Yeah.
Links in the description box below.
We really don't post that much, but
we don't, but we're there.
We're there.
And I don't know what else to say besides maybe take a walk, go outside, breathe some fresh air, leave your phone behind.
Go on a hike, but make sure
also tell someone where you're going, just in case something bad happens.
Most people don't live in Washington.
There's serial killers everywhere.
They don't need to worry about just getting axed in the in the woods. All right.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, stay safe, stay healthy, wear a mask, tell people where you're going. Also unplug from the internet from time to time.
But first, check out another video.